I haven't showered or brushed my teeth in days, and it hasn't been this bad since I was hospitalized in April of 2016. So it's been almost 3 years since it was this bad. When I was hospitalized that time, it was like 33 days-ish, and I probably showered just a couple times. So I'm kind of in that same state. And the challenge is that I'm with my partner, and it can make it seem like it's her fault. But I've been feeling like I need some space. We're here in a place together. It's a 1-bedroom and it has a pull-out couch, so I've been sleeping on the couch to try and get more rest. And I've been taking some CBD oil, 10 milligrams during the day and then 10 milligrams at bedtime. And last night I took half a Zopiclone, 150 milligrams of trazodone, and 150 milligrams of quetiapine. And then I woke up at some point in the night and I took 50 more milligrams of quetiapine and fell back to sleep. So if I was really organized, I'd probably be on Peter Smith's program and, take tryptophan and sunflower lecithin and all those like glycine and different supplements that I have that are just sort of disorganized on the floor somewhere in order to try to fall back to sleep. But I have in the past also experienced where I take all these vitamins and supplements and try to sleep, and then there's this voice that says, you've taken too many supplements, you need to medicate yourself. So there is a space where medication seems to be useful and necessary. I don't know, it seems like it's a gesture of taking it to sort of tune into different information, like tune back into consensus reality or something. So yeah, I don't know if and when I'll be able to stop taking them, but I started taking Hearty Nutritionals because I was successful at being off all medications for 5 months with the Hearty Nutritionals. And I have 3 bottles of it, and it does expire pretty much next month. So if I want to try to use it, I should use it soon. And one of the reasons is the simplicity, just taking the 1 3 times a day and then tapering up to 4 3 times a day. It's a lot simpler than all this, all the supplements that I take with Peter Smith. And I've done that for a year, but I haven't been able to be off all the medications. I was still on 50 milligrams of quetiapine. And I did have to take the 150 milligrams of trazodone and the 50 or the half a Zopiclone. So yeah, it seems like here I need to take those extra medications to sleep. Getting a good sleep is the most important. And yeah, it's just really been hard to navigate. I've really, in the last few months, really attached myself to my partner, like in a codependent kind of way. And the bipolar, if you want to call it that, is very, very unstable and very capricious. Like I can be crying and in body pain one moment and then feeling like making love the next. And it's just really, I feel like it's really destabilizing, and I'm destabilized. But that makes sense because I was in California and now I'm in a place that's not my space or place. And even just talking to myself now, it makes me remember how last year when I didn't have my own space, I went to go work on night shifts at a warehouse. Because if I don't have my space where I feel comfortable to move around and like do whatever it is that I do, I may as well be out working. And it may work. It may work out that I can get a job and work. And we'll see. I keep having this urge to go home. Like a very strong urge to go home, see my family. It happened again last night. And I'm a ferry ride away, so nobody knows that I'm here. And I feel kind of bad about that, about not fully telling the truth, but the truth is I haven't been able to tell the truth about having a female partner, and that would be really a lot of information for them to handle. So when I was in the high state, the manic state, I felt like, I could just be like, yeah, I have this partner, and if you don't like it, then you're not part of my life. And then now in this depressed state, I feel like trying to make things work for everybody. And my partner and I have even talked about separating. But the thing is, we have this place until March 1st, and it's early February. It's early February. And I just want to see maybe if I can honor the commitment I made to spend this time. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I kind of have this urge to like go home and like put all my stuff away and then just sort of like press the reset button. But if I go back like unclean and traumatized, it's not good. So I've been trying really hard to get back to an okay state of mind, and it's been better for sure. It's not like the whole day that I'm in body pain and suffering. And I read an article by Tom Wooten called How I Found Ecstasy in Depression. And I've read it before, but he's talking about other people that have had depression, and there's some serious body pain involved. It is really painful. And I found actually that human touch takes it away a lot, which, like having a leg massage, or when it's been really bad for probably 3 weeks, at least, about 3 weeks. It seems like forever. And, just having human touch is amazing. Like, I didn't realize how powerful it is. And I've never had this like kind of compassionate human touch through this. And usually that lands me in the psych ward. And I've wanted to almost go to the psych ward sometimes. And man, it's just been such a struggle. And I feel bad because the person I'm with didn't really know what they were in for. And I didn't either, because I've never been with a partner through this part. So I just sort of keep to myself. But the thing is that I've talked about with myself is that every time this dip happens, this depression or this whatever, it's always different, and it always throws me for a loop. So I had the one where I was with my family, and it just wasn't good at all. I needed more space. And then last time I had space, and it was quiet, and it was really very short-lived. And then this time it's been actually way worse, because I've been like driving with it, and just a lot of information, lots of different information, and information brought by my partner, like, oh, look at this and look at that. And it's just kind of like a lot. So, and I've also noticed how much we sort of change and mirror each other, and yeah, it's just really, really hard. And I had these project ideas that I was trying to work on, and then my brain is just sort of, it seems like whenever I seem to try to get somewhere with something, my brain just tanks. And can't remember if I talked about how I saw this infographic on bipolar, and it talks about the mania and depression and every single thing that happened, spending money, high self-esteem. It's like that is what happened to me, and also augmented by being in sunny California in the winter, and then coming back here in the winter still. It's snowing today, and I was planning to come back in like 2 months, but for some reason this has all happened, and it's showing me a lot. It's showing how much I can get through without the hospital, with a loving partner. And yeah, it's really showing me a lot, and it's showing me how attached I am to my stuff, and my stuff being in a certain order, even whether I'm using it or not. I kind of like to know where things are for some reason. I notice, like, when I'm in the higher state, I'm like sharing everything. Here you go, here you go. And then in the lower state, I'm kind of contract. And it's like, this is my stuff, and where's my stuff, and where should I put it? And it's just kind of strange. So I'm seeing that attachment to stuff. Krishnamurti talks about you have to look at your life in relationship to people, things, and ideas. And I see, like, I'm attached to these things and where things are, and I'd almost rather not have people around in order to know and access my things in the way I want. And then ideas, there are these ideas that I want to write down that seem important somehow, and like write a book about it or something. But even now as I'm talking, my brain's sort of kind of hurting, and it almost seems like there's this force that doesn't want that book to be written or that kind of information to come out. So yeah, practical things. Trying to get back on disability is, I can't believe how dysfunctional I've been for days, like not being able to shower. And I guess it feels like I need to organize my life for the lowest common denominator, which is like just sitting here and not showering and not being able to move. It feels very much like I'm that homeless person. I'm a homeless person. And I've had that before, but it usually is just intense, and I just sit there and I'm shaking, and then people take me to the psych ward. But it's like this time I'm sort of manifesting as that, wanting to just go out, sit, drink coffee. But I have a place to stay, and then wanting to go back to my parents, it wouldn't be good because there's like sound of walking upstairs and things like that. So I just feel like if I don't get myself back in order, that wouldn't be good. It would be sort of walking into a trap. So I do feel like I've learned that I kind of need my own space, as to not put stuff on other people. And yeah, it's just, I've learned a lot. I haven't been talking with myself, and I think that's part of why I feel really isolated, because I've lost the relationship with myself. And talking with other people, they can say whatever they say back, but with myself, I just talk, and it seems to be helpful. So I am feeling some hope, and I hope that I can just get my life together and plan for this lowest common denominator. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure there's more to say, but I'm not really sure what it is. So I'm going to try and have a shower. That would be a really good thing to do. Oh, but I do want to say that there's hope. Don't give up. Keep loving yourself, love other people. And I am happy that even though I've had some really internally violent feelings, I haven't put that outward in terms of angry words or arguing or any kind of violent gestures, except just kind of sometimes saying, I need to go home, which sort of breaks the continuity of having a nice, enjoyable experience here. And the thing is, there's no reason why I can't have a nice, enjoyable experience here. It's a nice place in the trees. So hopefully I can maybe talk myself into that. Everything's perfect. It's all happening for a reason. I think one of the reasons is seeing the pain of homelessness, traveling and just not having a home. And how painful that is. It's like body agony. The agony has seriously made me feel like it makes me feel like I can see why people take street drugs for relief, because it's so painful. And then you get high, and then the pain comes back, and then you get high again. Well, bipolar's kind of the same, but for me, I'm not taking street drugs, even though now I'm taking some CBD, which if the doctor found out, they might be like, well, you're trying to self-medicate or something. So I don't know. I think if I can get through this with my partner and take the hearty nutritionals, take the CBD oil, drink the ozone water, get clean, in terms of clothing and stuff, then, get a job or something. Maybe things will be okay, Maybe things will be okay. Hopefully. But yeah, I'm just learning that I miss my friends in my community. I think just to admit that and keep going, then I think that's okay. Just say things out loud. I know I have a lot of love within myself, and it's sort of there and then gone, and then there and then gone. And there's really something about this field of attention and inattention